Welcome back to the channel Russia in Context. Today we'll be visiting one of the Moscow Metro's newest stations, and one of its oldest, Sokolniki. The vestibule to the new station is quite average, just glass and metal paneling. Entering though, we are greeted with a splash of color and the station's name on the left wall. It has a slight avant-garde look to it and offers a taste of what's to come down below on the platforms. This area is an average underground passage. It's newer, so the stone walls and floors are much cleaner and the lighting much brighter than average, but overall these types of areas are extremely common throughout Moscow and other major cities in Russia. As you can see up ahead, it carries through, so it allows passengers to enter into, from, and exit out onto different places above ground. On the left, you can see people buying tickets at automated kiosks, something I'll show more in depth in the future. This here is the schematic of the Moscow Metro. Quite complicated looking, I know, but it is actually incredibly simple. As you can see, Metro Sokolniki is highlighted in the light blue color in this box around the name, which corresponds to the color of the metro line, so you can hopefully identify your location and orient yourself. We scan our Metro card, and now we get on to another escalator. In comparison to Nagatinsky Zaton, which was right next to the Moscow River, meaning that there are potential issues with leakage or groundwater, plus the fact that the station has to go under the river, Sokolniki is not that deep. The windows here give those descending a view into the station's gallery area above the platform, and creates a more open effect as you go down, which is nice. Down on the platform, we can see the same types of trains as last time, since this is still the big circle line. There's also information about which exits citizens should take to find specific buses. On this pillar, there is a sign showing the following stations for trains departing from this side of the platform. The other side has a similar sign for stations in the opposite direction. Let's talk about the station's design. The new Sokolniki station is hands down one of the most popular to recently open, and maybe one of the most beautiful on the big circle line in general. The walls are decorated to remind passengers of the era when the metro first began construction in the 1930s, with posters celebrating the workers. On the ceiling are tiles inspired by the artistic movements of that same time period, constructivism and suprematism, and the famous Russian artists associated with them, like Malevich, Tatlin, and Lisitsky. The stonework in the station is a combination of gray and black granite and gray marble. During the design phase, the new Sokolniki metro station was originally named Straminka, in connection with the name of the large street it's located on, and it didn't always have its current design. Although the vestibule from the first project remained, the interior changed substantially, as it was initially modeled in a high-tech style with perforated aluminum ceiling panels hanging over intermittent LED lighting, the plan being to create the effect of twinkling stars overhead. Personally, I'm glad they changed the design to what they actually got, as there are a good number of other new stations on the Big Circle line that have a futuristic style, and Sokolniki pays homage to the era of its namesake and the construction of the first stations of the Moscow Metro. As you can see, we are crossing over into the old Sokolniki metro station. It's very visible due to the change in tiling and color. The square columns of the station are covered with blue-gray marble from the Ural Mountains. The walls are more simple, just colored ceramic tiling, and the floors are done with black and gray granite. On May 15, 1935, the first train carrying passengers in the Moscow Metro departed from this station. While the station seems humble in comparison to many of the later stations in the Moscow Metro, the original Sokolniki won the Grand Prix Award for design at the 1937 World Expo in Paris. This corridor and the entrance area are decorated with Georgian and Ural marble of different types, which contrast with those found on the platform below. This corridor off to the right actually will take you back to the new Metro Sokolniki. It's a small detail, but the stairs here in the old vestibule have always entertained me. The ceilings are quite low, but I love how the stairs crisscross, people entering down on one side while others exit on the other. Granted, it's not conveniently designed for those with mobility impairments, but the majority of the Soviet stations aren't, let alone one of the very first. The name Sokolniki translates to falconeers and is named after this region of the city which carries the same name. The region was named this way because it was where the specialist who trained the Tsar's hunting falcons lived and worked. This red star on the old vestibule was covered for over 50 years and only brought back to the public in 2018. That same year saw the return of those athlete statues, and the decorative word Metro on the roof of the vestibule finally returned in 2019. I hope you enjoyed this Metro tour and the contrast between one of the most modern stations and one of the first ever constructed. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe for more content like this, as well as more videos exploring other aspects of Russia. And don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions as well. For now though, I'm Wyatt, and this has been Russia in Context. Thanks for watching.